Hey, what's up, family? Y'all didn't see that. I swear y'all didn't see that. Well, I'm on my commute, and figure I'll come on here and have a conversation with you all. I titled this Struggle Talk Walkthrough because the reckoning. How you doing, my brother? I titled this Struggle Talk Walkthrough because it's my goal is to be what the title reads, kind of like to walk you through struggles if I can. And the reckoning, I don't know how long you're going to be here, but in the description of this live, well, first of all, Sunday at 4 p.m. I'm going to go live and walk through the formula for not giving up, which, like in the description of the live, you will see what those 3 phases are. So I'm going to cover those 3 phases in depth on Sunday, and below that is a Zoom link for, obviously it's free, for what I call the 2026 Successful Year Challenge. And there it's about, like, not going into great details there in the description, but like 3 simple things that I'm going to cover on those 3 days. Obviously it's more included than what I just pretty much summarized there. So again, the Zoom link is in the description of the of this live if you are interested in checking that out. The 3-day challenge is going to be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and it's going to be at 6 p.m. All right, so day 1, I'm going to share the five simple steps of basically building your future and creating a plan for your life as far as you see it. And then day 2, I'm going to teach a system that you all can create yourself, that where all you have to do is comply with your system that you put together, and however long it takes you to achieve your goals, as long as you comply with that system and are consistent with it on a day-to-day basis, like it guarantees results, period. All right. And then the 4th one is I'm gonna share some tools from my book that I released back in April. That's gonna kind of like further put ice on the cake. So yeah. But hold on. Forgive me. My allergies, sinus have been putting hands on me. But all of that is in the description below of this live, and man, that sucks. It's in the description of this live, so yeah, go and check that out if you all may. How can you find the book? It's actually, I mean, I guess I should have put it in here. It's actually on Amazon. Matter of fact, I think the link to the Amazon link is in uh, it's on my channel. I don't know how to get to it. I just know how. Like basically, I guess on my profile, you'll see there's a you'll be able to click the Amazon link that'll take you to the book. But the name of the book is "Show Up Different to the Workplace: Employee Training Guide to a Successful Career." All right, now, but that book is a personal and professional development guide. All right, like it's like a self-coachable book to where if you just obviously take what you need, leave what you don't. You know what I mean? Like, but there are in fact, what I'm going to be teaching the 3-day challenge. The information is in that book. Most of the information is in that book. So yeah, I mean, to expedite the process, just gonna get the book. But I mean, I'm not trying to sell anything right now. Obviously, it's like $9.89 or something like that. It's an ebook, so you get access just like that. But yeah, I'm not trying to sell anything right now. I'll just just letting you guys know what I have coming, and then yeah. So there's more down the pipeline as the year progress. But yeah, that's kind of like where we starting off at, because this is January 2nd, 2026. A lot of individuals went out and did it big to enter in the new year, which I'm not mad. I look back on the many years that I was partying, and the many years that I was partying, when Sunday afternoon came, the reality was it's time to get ready for work on Monday. I'm not going to say it was a humbling experience, but where I'm on cloud 9 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, my reality hit Sunday. So it's like Monday, it's like, man, I'm back here at the warehouse. You know what I mean? Like, and no knock to, warehouse work. I did it for like 11, 12 years before I got my CDL, you know what I mean? Like, no knock to it. But it's just those years of like not doing nothing with my life. I didn't achieve anything. I didn't accomplish anything. I wasn't going after anything. The only thing I was ambitious about was partying on the weekend. So we're bringing in a new year. It's like the reality is like we started the year, a new year, how we started last year. Bringing in New Year celebration, kicking it hard, doing it big, but nothing else changed in our lives. So I'm like, what are we really celebrating? Are we just looking for an opportunity to do it big? Because the struggles don't stop just because it's a new year. You know what I mean? Just like you lose your job, I mean, the bills ain't gonna stop coming. Like the bill collector, they ain't gonna be like, man, I understand, you know what? I got you for a year. It's not gonna happen. That's just not the reality. It's not life. It's not real. You know what I mean? Like, so it's something that we have to understand, that problems and struggles is going to come, but a lot of it is a result of our decisions that we've made, whether it's to do it later, not to do it at all, making dumb decisions, selfish decisions, Unwise decisions, it's a number of different things. So it's like when like whenever we make decisions, we can expect one decision going to lead to the next, and then over a series of decisions, then best know we best know that those decisions are going to produce a result. So based on the decisions that we make, what what are the results do we think is going to come of it, or what consequences? You know what I mean? Like, so it's one of them type of deals where obviously, like, when we are actually in the struggle, when we're actually going through it, it is like, then what? I'm ready to give up. You know what I mean? Because it's real. Like, it's like it's heavy. The, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so, it's hard to like get up and smile and get up and go to work. It's kind of hard to, you know what I mean, like, to keep up with the day to day. So it's like we want to give up. Unfortunately, a lot of people have decided to not live anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because of whatever have happened in their life. So what I want to do, I want to be able to create a safe space to where whenever we're going through struggles in life, we have a safe space that we can come together, fellowship, and kind of like walk each other through. You know what I mean? Like, so that what that looks like is starting Sunday at 4 p.m. That's one reason why. That's one reason why I'm doing the sharing the the three the formula for not giving up, because the truth is, especially us men, some of you women too, it's like we don't be talking about our problems. We just like suck it up and just go through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just go through the motions. You know, like, and I get it for you know, some legitimate reasons, but that does not change the fact what it's actually doing inside of us. You know what I mean? Like, and who do we talk to? Who can we trust? Who can we depend on? You know, other than God, of course. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, so it's like, what do we do? What do we do? You know, so I invite you all, even if you're not going through it, everything's good. And like I always say, like, even if things are good now, something is going to happen. It's life. You feel me? Something is going to happen to where we either face with the reality that our life is like, we're not progressing in life. Something's going to happen to where struggles going to hit, and it's going to be hard to bear it. Like, something's going to happen where we end up in a situation that we can't get out ourselves, and honestly, only the grace, the mercy hand, and the favor of God is going to get you out. But as believers, that's why we have to be connected in the body, not just for those moments, but when those moments occur, because we are connected, we can, you know, lift each other up, speak life into one another, encourage one another, kind of like walk each other through. You feel me? So I invite you all Monday at 4 p.m. If you're not subscribed, and you know you want to at least show up and, you know, be a part of the fellowship, then please subscribe, just so you don't forget, and you'll be notified, or just in case you forget, you'll be notified, and then afterwards you can unsubscribe. I'm cool with that. I prefer you not, but if you gotta go, I understand. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm not for everybody. Everyone assigned to me, my assignment isn't for everyone. So I understand that, and therefore I respect it. You know what I mean? But so do me this favor. Don't give up. Don't give up. because giving up isn't going to change anything. In fact, it's probably going to get worse. If you don't do anything to change it, you can't expect for it to get better. That's just the reality of what it is. So, as I always say, our perspective oftentimes it does not change our go through. It helps us to like what I heard someone say, suffer well. To where it keeps us from giving up. It keeps us from staying there. Because although this is what it is, we believe that it's not going to last forever. There's an end to this. And the mindset is, I'm going to get to the other side of this. So I just want to encourage you that all things come to an end. If you are in a situation, that situation will come to an end. Now, I can't promise you it'll be tomorrow. I can't promise you that it will be without your effort, or it will be with your effort. I don't know what God's will is for you in this season. But what I will encourage you to do is shift your perspective where you are and turn to the man and repent for whatever it is you have done or have not done. Disobedience. Repent. And then just rest in his presence daily. You know what I mean? Because he gives us wisdom, he gives us strength, he gives us peace while we're going through it, where even if we don't understand it, he protects us, he protects us, he covers us, he guides us. So like if we don't have the right perspective in that go through, we'll probably end up making unwise or more unwise decisions that cause us to go through something much deeper or take us further away from him, where he remains, but we change the course and go further away from him spiritually. And we are then in what I like to call the devil's playground. He's having to edit because we gave him a foothold, right? Hold on for a second, y'all. I'm sorry, I feel like I literally just got attacked. You know what I mean? I swear when I started talking, it's like my nose just started filling up or something. Sheesh. So with that being said, what have been weighing on you? What are you confused about to where you don't know what decisions to make? What is it that have you, because you don't understand, you like, you know what, I'm just done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Like, what is it that even perhaps have you stuck in position to where it's like, so when we're talking about leaning into our own understanding, so oftentimes when we lean on our understanding, sometimes we find ourselves not going anywhere. And that not going anywhere sometimes can be going backwards. Because we're trying to figure this thing out on our own. And it's like we're just kind of like going through the motions. Because we are, because of like high anxiety. And we fighting to get out of this. We're struggling to persevere through it, but it's like nothing is working. Like nothing is getting better. To where we feel defeated. What have you feel, or if you are, no, what have you feeling defeated right now? What have you feeling defeated right now? Remember, defeated, like that's I'm gonna step out bold and say this. Being defeated is a mindset, I believe. You know how like you can be so exhausted mentally, it's like your body follows. As long as your mind and your will is in it, no matter how physically tired and weary you are, it's like we still pushing. You know what I mean? Like we still going to work, putting in long hours. We still putting in work, doing what we got to do. But once that mind like begin to shut down, it's like the body follows. So that's why I say it's kind of like I feel like it's a mindset thing to where like nothing is working, nothing is happening, no progress is being made, everything seems to be going wrong, and it's like we just get exhausted and overwhelmed. It's like, you know what, I just want to go to sleep. You feel me? I just want to go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like it's almost like, yeah, we need that rest, but give me a day. They have to, or then what they, and because they are in a state of defeat, all they can see are the things that's going wrong. So everything that they see, they begin to feel. And because they begin to feel it, they fall into a deep depression. There's hope. There's no sense or purpose. Why should I go on? And we can't allow ourselves to get there. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. For sure. For sure. And look, Save King, no, I never heard of that. And the crazy part about it is, bro, like, the reckoning, I know over time you have been on quite a bit of my lives. And sometime last year, like in the storm that I was experiencing, like it was probably last summer, early in the summer, I think. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe like May or June, April, May or June. like it can get so real at times to where like, I mean, you just want to cry. You feel me? Just want to cry. And it's crazy because like I felt a bit of hesitation to say that. I don't even know why. Well, I know why. Because I feel like there's this perception when it comes down to men that we're not supposed to, or it's not okay to feel. So it's like we bottle it up and we just deal with it, but it's breaking us inside, right? And there were times in the go through last year where because I wasn't working, I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of times. I spent a lot of time in the closet. That was my secret place. I spent a lot of time like at the feet of God, like just melting. You feel me? So around that time, the reckoning. I don't know if you stumbled across one of these lives or one of the videos that I posted around that time was like it's okay to cry. Everyone needs that at some point, male and female. You know what I mean? like, and where I encourage that, like, scream out if you have to, to release what's been building up inside for so long, and all these different things that where it had caused to build up. Like, we have to release it in the most healthiest way. You feel me? And mine was before God. You know what I mean? Like, and whether it was like 10 minutes going through it, 30 minutes going through it, you know what I mean? Like, and at the end of it all, I still had responsibilities to do. So I would have that moment or those moments, and I would leave out of the closet and go back to the table and get back to work. Whether it was on the business, actually I did a lot of time studying in the Word, you know what I mean, like, and stuff like that, and also like the business or whatever. But like, take that moment out to like cry if you have to, like scream out, like whatever helps you to release what you have bottled up for all this time. You have to release it. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to, be careful who you're being vulnerable with, though. Be vulnerable, and it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be vulnerable. I'm sorry, I thought I forgot my cup. It's okay to be vulnerable, and just have a moment of like just what's the word I'm looking for? It's okay to be vulnerable, and I would say low. I would say low. I would be careful with this. I would say low because my low was whether it's laying flat on the floor, like with my face to the floor before God. So spiritually low, especially spiritually low. Sometimes we gotta humble ourselves. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And there I was physically low. where I was extremely full given the situation that I was going through at the time. It's almost like I was kind of, I don't want to say empty. I was kind of at peace, but it's like I wasn't, I didn't really feel whole, if that makes sense. So that's what I mean by low, like spiritually, like, just being humble before God and just laying it all out and being vulnerable and transparent and just all those things. And it's okay to have those moments. But after it's said and done, like, because we can't stay there, my brother, like you said, there's so many people depending on us. Not that giving up is an option, but if we wanted to, we could. We could. And can't. You feel me? Hold on real quick. I'm sorry, family. I'm having issues with my nose right now. We are at war. I surely hope all this is over with by Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because, man, this is going to be difficult. So yeah. Oops. What happened? What did I do? Okay. Yes. Yep. That was when I was on light duty. Man, that was hard. Man, that was a difficult season. I have to tell my knees. Yeah. It be real. You know what I mean? It definitely be real. And it's like it's all the things that we encounter in life to where legit we have a right to give up. At least we feel and we think. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes, like, when we be on some victim stuff, man, like, it's like we be having the thought to give up and just hope, sometimes feel things, or God will make all things new and make not always the case. You know what I mean? Like, because, like, we're supposed to participate in that change or in that betterment. You feel me? But it be feeling like, especially when we on some victim stuff, it's like we have a right to give up. You know what I mean? But like I said though, like, that's not going to change anything. In fact, it's probably going to make it worse. So that's where that the formula for not giving up, what I'm going to share with you all, our breakdown, because the overview of it is in the description of this live. But like that framework, I'm going to break it down from my personal experience. It's not something that I just threw together, or in fact, it wasn't my decision to put it together. You feel me? I feel like God sat me down and actually put that framework together. And in fact, I want to say that was several months ago, actually, I think. And so basically, he just used what I've been through, and taught me a framework work from it. That, like, I think phase one is connect. I think phase one is connect, which is believe, trust, and faith. I think. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I mean, like I said, it's in here. But I know it's three phases. I know the third phase is going to be exposure. So exposure is, and that, look, listen to me. Now, so how that framework is actually structured quite well, because it's like, if you're thinking about, oh, that's what it is. The phase one is connect, mindset. What I always talk about, mindset, perspective, and attitude, right? And then the second part is, I want to say faith, is believing, trusting, and I think having faith. So with each of those two phases, is designed for you it's to introduce you to a different mindset than what you would probably have when you are going through the struggles that causes you want to give up. And the right mindset will keep you from wanting to give up, and definitely prevent you from giving up. And also, that also comes with a perspective as well. So that perspective, it protects the mindset, because you have the right perspective, regardless of what you're going through. Like, your mindset won't be affected by it, because you have a positive perspective for what you're going through. So when you have those two, it's easy for you to have a positive attitude as you go through it. So that's how we begin to, like, foundationally change our go through as we're going through it. Like I always say, the go through it's not going to change. It's not going to stop in that moment. It's not going to change in that moment. We have to change in that moment. Our heart, like, we have to change in that moment. So that's kind of what I'm going to share on phase one. Phase two is foundationally spiritually. Faith. Period. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not only we change, like, our mindset, perspective, and our attitudes in it, but because, you know, when it comes down to scripture, God's promises, and, like, the evidence, his history, like, everything that, like, we've been through, we've got through. And a lot of it wasn't on our own. Most of it wasn't on our own. Whether he sent somebody or it was him that did it just without any help. You feel me? So it's that's phase two. That's the piece that's really gonna, like, that really is going to connect us much deeper. Not that the mindset, the perspective, or the attitude surface level, but when it comes down to the spiritual side of it, though, that's when it's that deep connection. That's what we need to be rooted in, because that's what's going to really keep us from giving up. So when you have a mindset, perspective, and the attitude with the spiritual awareness, the spiritual side of it, that is when, like, that's when, like, that helps us remain rooted, and get us further away from the thought or even the decision to give up. Because that part where, like, that part, and obviously, like, again, I'm just speaking generally, but we're talking about my life. We're talking about the go through, the things that I learned, the things that God showed me, things that He taught me, the things He got me through, the things He walked me through. It's real life experiences that I'm speaking from. You know what I mean? Like, and these are the things He taught me. You know what I mean? Like, so why have I ever given up, given all that I've been through? It's because that framework that God revealed to me, which I'm going to share with you all. But I didn't know that what was going on. Like, all of everything was tied to my faith and believing in God, knowing that He got me, believing in His promises and looking at His track record. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that have nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with His faithfulness. Is who He is. You know what I mean? Like, so because His evidence is on my life and have been in my life. Like, that's where I'm rooted in. So for like anything I go through, yeah, it sucks. It hurts. It hit hard. Like I said last year. But giving up, it was never an option. Did I want it to stop? Did I need Him to come through ASAP? Yes, I did. Did I pray for it? Hope for it? Yes. All of those things. But giving up, not at all. Because I knew it was an end to that. So when I speak about, like, encourage you all, like, not to give up, right perspective, like this is real life for me. You know what I mean? Like, and I know if it worked for me, it'll work for you. Like, regardless of it all. These are things He taught me in the go through. So everything that I've been through, the things that He taught me and showed me, I'm able to share that with you all or anyone. You know what I'm saying? In hopes that it's what they need to hear in that moment, or what you guys need to hear in that moment, that will not only get you through it in that moment, but get you through everything that you're going to go through in the future. You feel me? And then the third piece, phase 3. Phase 3 is exposure. Now, exposure. This is a good one. This is a good one. So exposure. Now, so each one of these phases, I cover. There's 3 parts to it. So, which I just share with you all what the 3 parts to each one of them are, right? So with exposure, it's people, information, and environment. People, information, and environment. And that takes me back to 2018, which I don't know, some of you probably, know the story. Oh, this light is a problem. See if I can block that. Oh, cool, bad. Yay. So, it's the exposure when I was at my lowest. You feel me? Like, felt it in every area. Husband, like every area. Like, I truly felt like I was a loser. Like, it sucked. You know what I mean? Like, where I felt like that was at the time. That was the darkest I've ever been in at the time. And I didn't know what else to do. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not gonna go through all the details there. It's gonna ruin it for Sunday. but I was at my lowest. Um, it was really hard, and it was it was it was a person who I stumbled across, and the information that he shared in that moment sparked something inside of me, right? Um, and I'll talk about that Sunday. Um, it sparked something inside of me, and then I also virtually I got connected. I got connected with the environment, and like it's just like those three phases. It changed everything for me. I've been running since. So as I share those three phases, and three parts to each one of those phases, if you all take that and apply it for yourself and utilize it to where it it fits you where you are, like it might not be all of it, but if it's one thing out of everything I'm going to share, that whether spark something, change something, give you something, provide something, whatever it is, like hold on to that. Hold on to that, because it will not only get you through it, but it has the potential to propel you to a new level, or at least place you on the right path to where God can lead you from there. You feel me? And so when it comes down to those three phases, like I mean, it's just there as I go through my go through. I don't think about it. Oh, this phase one. Oh, this part. Like no, I just flow with it. I just operate from those three things, or with those three things, because it's just something I feel like God just wired inside of me. Like this is just it's this is just how I get through it without even having to think about it. It just I just flow like this. You feel me? And like it's I can't really reach my back, so I'm definitely not patting myself on the back. You feel me? Like that's all him. Foundationally, so it makes sense when the Bible or Jesus speaks about uh, him being the cornerstone, and uh, the solid foundation. You feel me? Because without him, like I would have been like cookie crumble. You feel me? And a lot of us, honestly, probably would have been crumbled if it wasn't for God. Like quiet as kept, like we be on some arrogant stuff, like we sweet like that. But to be 100 with you, like that's all him. And even if we don't acknowledge it, the fact that he give us the resilience, the ability, you know what I'm saying, like the will, like although he give us those things, like we feel like we sweet like that. Like no, without him, like we're done. You feel me? Stick a fork in us, we're done. Period. So yeah, lead into that relationship with him. Like it is life changing for sure. Sound like a reset experience? I feel like for some it probably will be, and if that's what it's supposed to do, like I truly hope so. Okay, the record. I love you too, my brother. Enjoy. You hear me? I appreciate you for tuning in and engaging as always. And until we meet again. So yeah, but yeah, so that's just kind of some things that we're going to talk about on. I'm sorry, that's what we're going to talk about on Thursday, and then Thursday I'll give. more information about the 3-day challenge, which obviously is free, that I'm going to do on Zoom. So the link is in the description of this live, uh, and that like so it's so right on time. And the reason why it's on time, like just with all of it, is because whenever it comes down to us building the life that God created us to have, like we can't move forward into the future because we're holding on to the past, or because we're going through what we're going through and we can't see past where we are. So we don't even attempt to move forward. We don't even attempt to try anything different. We don't even attempt to go for it. Why? Because what we're going through, like that's we can't see past that. We can't see past that. So what we're going to talk about Sunday, that's going to crack all of that open. So when we walk into Monday on the on the uh, on the Zoom call, like the 5 steps that I'm gonna share with you, and how to like literally build your future on paper. Literally build your future on paper. So as I speak about what God has taught me and showed me and got me through and everything, this 5 step process He revealed to me back in 2000 and what 19 2020. You feel me? So that was like 5 6 years ago. You feel me? So everything we that I'm going to talk about on Friday, that's what he like. It's crazy because I don't know, I don't know who's present, but the other day I did a live called External Extore for Internal Restore, speaking about confidence and self esteem and believing in self. Like that's one of the things that I was talking about, for as like me think I was dumb and trying to live for God, and Him giving me instructions to do this and do that and put this together, create this. That's one of the things that He led me to create, which is the 5 step process of how to build your future on paper. And all you have to do is just you gotta learn how to create a plan for your life. You gotta learn how to create a plan, like with your long term goals and short term goals. If you plan on being president on Monday, go ahead and get a head start on it now. Start visualizing over the weekend, what does that future life look like you deserve, and start writing it down. Short term goals, long term goals. You know what I mean? So when we connect on Monday, God says the same. We connect on Monday, and then when I start going like sharing that, the steps and how to do this, you already be you already have a head start, and you could just kind of like just pick up from there, because it's with the goals that where you'll be able to create a create a game plan or a step by plan that's going to help you achieve your goals. You feel me? And then the system that I was talking about earlier, uh, we're going to talk about on day 2, which is Tuesday. There, and not to simplify it, to take the sophistication of a system off of it, is simply a routine. I'm going to show you how to organize the routine that you have. Everybody have a routine. Show you how to organize the routine that you have. Like instead of waking up just all over the place, I'm going to show you how to organize, structure, and schedule that routine. Right. So once you get that routine on point, whatever you have to do every single day that's going to help you achieve your goals, you're going to be able to put that in your routine, to where all you have to do is just follow your routine on a daily basis. That activity or that task you have to do, whether it's 30 minutes towards that goal, an hour towards that goal, you put that in your routine. Look, I don't want to hurt all that. I don't have enough time in my day. I'm going to show you how to utilize your time wisely, to manage your time well, to where your your day look like between 4 and 5, I do this. Between 5 and 5:30, I do this. 5:30 to 6:25, I do this. As long as you follow that routine, as long as you comply with it, like you have no choice but to achieve your goal. As long as you know what the goal is and know what you have to do to achieve that goal. As long as you know those two things and you put that in your system, you comply with it, you achieve your goal. Period. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So that's the system that you're going to put yourself in, to where you like you achieving your goal is guaranteed. As long as you know what the goal is and you know what you have to do to achieve that goal, you put that in your routine, i.e. system, like, you achieve that goal. Period. So and whatever that task activity is, I also speak about. I'm also going to speak about foundational health goals. I'm going to introduce that to you. Spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical, and then practices and habits. So healthy practices and healthy habits. So obviously, when we talk about uh, healthy practices, it's like uh, it's what are some things that you must include in your day to day that's going to promote you in doing the thing that you have to do. So when we talk about unhealthy practices or unhealthy habits, we could do things that's counterproductive to what we could do things that's so counterproductive to what we should be doing, that's going to achieve our goals. It actually keeps us stagnant on a day-to-day basis. Unhealthy habit: sitting up in front of the TV not doing nothing all day, knowing good well we not where we want to be in life. We feel like, or we know we deserve better, but because we can't get away from the TV, because we can't get away from sleeping all the time, because we can't get away from hanging out all the time, partying, and on the phone, social media. Those are unhealthy practices that is counterproductive to us achieving our goals. So does that make sense? So it's so when you know when you know what your goal is, know what you must do to achieve your goals. It's knowing what those healthy practices are that's going to help you stay aligned and and consistent and effective with achieving your goal. You have to know what those are, because you're going to have to eliminate the unhealthy habits. Practice, if we what we practice, we repeat. What we repeat becomes a habit. Our practices and habits create a lifestyle. What is that lifestyle have you created? Good or bad? And we should be able to look in the mirror of our life and ask ourselves, be honest with ourselves. What do our life really look like? Is it uh, over a lifetime of making healthy decisions, having healthy practices? We all have some type of unhealthy practices there. That's why we have to identify what it is. So because those are the unhealthy habits, those are the weeds that's stunting our growth. So we're gonna have to eliminate those. So when we look at our routine, we have to look, what are we doing? What's in our routine that we do on a daily basis where it's unproductive? We got to remove it. We got to eliminate it. So I'm gonna speak brief on that Tuesday, uh, and then finally day three. Day three. Um, I'm going to, like I said earlier, share specific things that's in the book that I released back in April. I and and obviously it's Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and like different platforms like that. But I'm going to share a few things from the book that that I feel would be helpful. And mind you, again, by putting things together, everything that I'm going to share, this is what God gave me years ago, especially like the routine. Like when I was at my lowest, I knew I had to put God first. And that was starting with my day. So because I was aware of that, I'm like, how do I do this? Like, what time do you want me to be with you? So that routine, I'm going to share that same structure that I just shared. I'm going to show you how to do that. It just over time, like like I have developed that routine, or that process, to where it is now. You feel me? And so yeah, it's some really good stuff. So yeah, day three, that's what we're going to talk about. So day one, you're going to learn how to pretty much build your future. Day two, you'll learn a system. You'll learn how to create a system for yourself that's going to help you achieve your goals. That guarantee that you will be able to achieve your goal as long as you comply with it. And then uh, by the end of day three, you'll also have the tools that you need to not only begin building and to achieve your goals, but to really make 2026 the foundation in which you are building your successful life off of. I say that with confidence. You got to do the work though. But what I'm going to share with you, I'm giving you all I have. When I say I'm giving you all I have, I mean like my heart, my energy. You know what I mean? Like my purity, like purity in the sense of no hidden motives. You know what I mean? Like I'm giving it my all, because like it sucks repeating the same thing year after year. Towards the end of the year, new year, it's like it's a new year reset. It's a new year, like this is my year. Like we just get excited and motivated by the new year every single year, where we start off okay, or start off hitting it, and then by February, March, come everything just fall to the ground, and we start continue that same old flatline cycle towards the end of the year. Then here we go, doing it big, bringing in the new year, celebrate. You know what I mean? For whatever the reason, celebrate. And then we go through that same old flatline cycle again. We gotta stop it. It sucks. It sucks. I lived for the weekend for 20, 15, 20 years of my life, where it where that obviously that started before I had a family. So what? Now that I'm 10 years in with my family, or close 10 years in with my family, like that's like it cost them 10 years from decisions I was making before God blessed me with the family. You feel me? Like to when they came, like they came into my struggle, because all of those years where I was just living for the weekend party, that's all I cared about. So I brought them into my mess. So where I did it for 15, 20 years of my life, it cost me 30 years easy. It's not worth it. I'm not saying don't have a good time. I'm not saying don't go out and enjoy yourself. Please, by all means. You know what I mean? Like, but it's a time and place for everything. You know what I mean? Like, if we don't start making some changes, and like putting forth the effort and doing something different, getting out of our comfort zone, this will be a story of our lives 5, 10 years from now. You don't deserve that, and the people who you are responsible for definitely don't either. So as I get ready to close, like I said, Sunday, like this, it's like I don't know, it's crazy. Like it's perfect how it's all structured. You know what I'm saying? Like basically, like the focus is like keeping you from giving up, giving you like insight to keep you from giving up to where you can take that with you moving forward. So as we move forward, as soon as Monday, like because we got that out the way, you now believe again, your mindset and perspective have changed, and because you know you deserve much better than where you are, what your life look like. I don't care where you are in life. It could be 2025 could have been the best year of your life. But if I could share something with you that'll top that for 2026, let's go. Let's go. So so yeah, that's my aim. So like that, yeah, that's where we at with it. Uh, so I'm finna get ready to ride out here. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Uh, go check out the description in the in this live. In the description of this live, I I I put in there the three phases that we're going to talk about Sunday, which is a formula for not giving up. Again, each one of those phases has 3 parts, and with those 3 parts, I'm going to break them down using my personal life and also uh, making it practical to where you can grab a hold of it if you need it and apply it for yourself. And then the link below that is the Zoom link. It's the Zoom link where we're gonna those day 1, day 2, day 3, what we just talked about. You can go ahead and click that link there and get yourself signed up. I would definitely love to have you all present. You know what I mean? Like, and what else? I guess that's it. And if you are interested in learning more about the book, like I said, the book is truly a personal and professional development uh, guide, GUIDE, and you can really use that as a self coachable tool that would like everything again that I'm gonna speak about Monday and Tuesday is it's in the book. It's in the book. I probably like share more things live just off the simple fact that uh, I believe as I'm going to ask the Spirit of God to be present and to lead me and to speak and teach what tailored to what He want me to according to what your needs are. Uh, but foundationally, what what I'm going to talk about in the Zoom is in the book. So whenever, give me like 5 minutes. Whenever I get off here, I include the link to the book in the description. You can buy it if you want. That'll be awesome. Uh, if not, that's cool. But at least be present Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're going to be talking about some life changing stuff. All right. But of course, that's if it's applied. And of course, if you need it, if you there uh, in a space and place of your life where you need love, need to be exposed to different or the right type of information. All right, so that's what I got. I love y'all greatly. Share this to whom you feel uh, could use what we discussed today, and I hope I see you all in a couple of days. Please be present again. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so now, just so you can be notified when I start the live Sunday. And after we have the live, you're more than welcome to unsubscribe, but just be present Sunday, and I'll see you then if God says the same. Much love. Peace.